Alright, so been having a lot of problems with the Nitro Revo and decided to take it apart, take the engine off, see if I could discover, why I can keep it in tune, and I'm gonna kind of take a look and see what's going on. This is my one-way bearing, I guess you would say, or part of it, the shaft part of it. Actually, the one-way bearing is inside here. This is the, I forget what they call that, it's some kind of nitro shaft or whatever. Alright, so I'm in the process of taking all this apart. Found some things already that I didn't want to see, and I will share them with you here in just a moment. I just want to kind of confirm my suspicions. So, we're taking the back plate off. So, alright, you see the brown discoloration there? The light brown is typically okay, but there's an awful lot of that. And then I'm also seeing darker brown on the sidewall over here, and you probably can't really see that very well. And more specifically, if you look at the actual piston head, or piston itself, right? So, moves pretty good, right? Couple problems here. We'll leave it at the top, probably be easier to see. So, bring it down just a little bit where I can reach this. Alright, so, I don't know that you can see this in there, but it shouldn't have this much movement, so I'm going to move the wrist pin down there, and you'll watch the piston itself wobble back and forth. I don't know if you can see that or not. When I bring it over to me, I can see it really easily. You can just hear the slop in there. It shouldn't have that much slop. So it's goobering all over itself too, as you can see. I don't know if it's got an air leak or what the hell the problem is. I don't know. But after tearing this apart, well, there's one more thing that we found too. So the shaft right here, if you watch closely, it's bent. I don't know how I got bent. Takes a pretty good amount of force to bend that, and if you actually look at it, you can see it kind of pulled down a little bit. So this engine's had a really hard life, I suspect. I've been through the gamut with this thing. New carburetor, easy start system. Had to replace both steering servos because they both burnt on me. The same time that they burnt, the nickel metal hydrate pack burnt as well, and the receiver, so I had to replace all that, and some wiring. I put new wheels on. Well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to. New fuel lines, because the old fuel lines were rotted pretty bad. I definitely had air leaks in those, so I just replaced them. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty bad. So, that explains why I can't get a tune on this, because I've got exactly the same engine in my Nitro Slash. I run that thing hard, I beat on it, and it tank after tank after tank after tank. It's an animal. So I was expecting more out of this one here, and every time I start playing with it, it gets hot. It won't hold a tune. It starts running real rich, and then it'll run real lean. And at that point, I'm shutting it off because it's reaching temperatures of 290. Like the last time was 290. I don't know what it was, 290 before I caught it. And I'm like, what the hell? I've never had an engine that hot before. And on top of that, it's blue smoking like crazy. So it's supposedly getting good fuel, good oil. Everything should be fine there, but it's still running incredibly hot. And that's, to my knowledge, the only time it's ever done that. But, I got this engine from someone else, and I don't know what kind of condition they raced in or didn't race in or whatever. So whatever, doesn't matter at this point because it's pretty well done. And I'm going to have to replace the engine, but as you can tell on my tone here, I'm pretty pissed off, not exactly happy. This truck has been, let's just say it's been a ride. I sit and believe I should have on it, but the Revo has always been my favorite, the Nitro Revo specifically, and I really wanted one, so I paid a little bit for what I thought was a decent truck. I get it, and I'm just having all kinds of problems, just like my Christine. So yeah, it's not really a happy day here in Crackle. I'm gonna have to figure something out, but it's gonna have to wait for a little bit. So unfortunately, this is gonna be down for a while, basically until I feel like messing with it, which could be a while, because at this point I'm kind of aggravated and don't really want to put a whole lot of money into it. I'm just gonna kind of leave it on the shelf for a little bit and try to make up my mind what I want to do with it. So that's kind of where we're at. So unfortunately, you won't be seeing this one for a while unless I get another engine, which, by the way, I did buy a racing engine to put on it. I've used these before. They're actually pretty good, especially for what I'm using. I wouldn't put this on anything where it needs, a massive amount of power, because even though it's a big block and it's, considered a racing engine, it's not a top of the line one. So, it does a decent job, but it's not gonna it's not gonna light them up, on a big, big truck that requires, that much power. For something that I'm gonna overpower anyway, it would have been perfect. I may still end up using it. I don't know. I got the plate and everything for it, but then I gotta go and get a pull start or something, which I absolutely hate those damn things. I don't like them. I despise them so much. And then if I don't do that, I gotta change the back plate, which I don't have, so you're talking another $20, $30 just to get this up and running. So yeah, I don't know what I'm doing yet. So I'm gonna put that to the side for now and just kind of put this to the side and take a breather for a minute. So it may be months, it may be a year before I get back to it. I really don't know. Like I said, at this point I'm pretty aggravated with it, so it's getting put up. Unfortunately, that's just kind of the way it goes when you buy used stuff. Do your research, check it out as best you can, all that good jazz. And even if you think you're doing a pretty good job, which I thought I did, I've seen this run. I know the person that I bought it from. I've seen this thing be an animal. So that's all I can say. Apparently it's had a pretty hard life because it's not in good shape engine wise. So yeah, man.